Keep it simple and just mow.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I have a little project going on back here, as you can see, but I'll get more into that later on in another video. But first off, I wanted to share with you something I did, or something that you shouldn't do. Just to remind you, I have new sod, and when you have new sod, there is really nothing that you can do, or at least you're limited on what you can do. You can't put out a pre-emergent, you can't put out a post-emergent, and you certainly do not want to scalp your yard. Mainly because if you scalp and your turf is unestablished, there's a good chance that you can rip that sod right off the turf. So you typically do not want to scalp new sod. Now, one of the beauties or one of the advantages of being a real mower owner is that I'm able to go down much more lower than the average homeowner. And that roller that's in front of the mower is going to help to keep that grass down so it's not being lifted off the turf. And I did scalp the lawn. I wanted to share this footage with you and show you exactly what I did. I took my real mower down to the lowest setting and just cut off as much brown material as I can. Just to remind you, the reason why you scalp is because you want to get rid of that brown stuff on the turf. You scalp Bermuda and Georgia lawns. When you get rid of that brown stuff, you're able to expose the soil. That sunlight will hit the turf and you'll get a faster green up. Now, just to be clear, you do not have to scalp. If you don't want to scalp, mainly because you have no time or it's just too much work, it's perfectly fine. Just know you'll get a slower green up, but you'll eventually get a green up. So you don't have to scalp, but scalping will encourage a faster green up. An alternative to scalping, if you're not willing to scalp, is to figure out your height of cut, whatever that number is, whether it's 1.5, 2 inches, or 2.5 inches, whatever your height of cut that you typically like to keep your grass at, you want to bring it down one notch. Mow the lawn, bag up the clippings, and then bring it back up. This way you're able to get rid of some of that brown material, and when the grass starts to green up, that green will go over some of the brown that's there, and you'll get a consistent green look. Alright, so I prefer you to scalp. If you don't want to scalp, bring it down one notch, give it a mow, and then bring it back up. And just to be clear, you do not have to scalp. If you don't want to scalp, you'll eventually get a green up. Now, I'm dealing with weeds here. I'm seeing a lot of poor annua. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, because I have a new turf, I'm unable to put out any pre-emergence, and I gotta be really extra careful on any post-emergence I use. I'm seeing a lot of annual bluegrass, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it. The good thing is that with annual bluegrass, it's eventually going to die out as it starts to get warmer and warmer. I can just go around, pull with my hand if it really bothers me, but there's really nothing I can do. The only way to truly keep it in control is to put out my pre-emergent in the fall moving forward, and to maintain that pre-emergent. It's unfortunate, but that's really one of the only ways that I can truly think of to suppress the annual bluegrass. I'm in North Georgia, so I'm still technically within that window of hitting another hard freeze. But looking at the 30-day forecast, I'm pretty confident that all chances of freezing weather has passed. So I went ahead and applied a fertilizer. I went at a very light rate. I used Anderson PGF Complete. I really like products by Anderson, but you don't necessarily have to use a particular product. You can use any type of fertilizer you want. I just went with Anderson's mainly because of the micros and the macros. I really like it. So I put out a light coat of Anderson's fertilizer, and then I did a light watering, very light watering, and within a week I'm starting to have a nice green up.